Bro, Nikita's on sale. She's only $9,999.
Bro, she has 2 kids.
This video was insane. Watch until the very end. Hi there, my name's Tyler, and I'm in the market for love. More particularly, Russian love. For some people, love is free, heck. For other people, love comes at the humble price of $9,999, or at least for this poor schmuck.
My name's Bobby Cannon. I'm 46.
And I wonder why, quite frankly. Throughout my whole life, people have been telling me, Tyler, there are 2 things in life that cannot be bought: love and happiness. And today, folks, I decided to make this video to disprove both of those 2 things. So I made an account on several Russian mail-order bride websites, basically websites where you can go and buy Russian wives for an affordable price. And I got to work. I went ham, quite frankly, trying to secure myself several beautiful, grounded Russian wives, preferably beneath the price of $20,000. And my results were, how do I put this? Insane. But before you really begin to understand how I mingled with several beautiful, single, totally not gold digger Russian wives of mine, we're gonna have to understand what most guys go through in this situation. Enter Bobby. Take some notes, gentlemen.
I tried eHarmony and a few of these other regular dating sites. Never worked for me. My name's Bobby Cannon. I'm 46, and I work in human resources for the federal government. So this is the living room. This is where I spend most of the day.
Bobby, a 46-year-old human resources worker who tried eHarmony and some other dating websites, but it never worked. Which is surprising considering that Bobby has a nice house, a well-groomed cat, and the latest gaming console. But what you might be thinking to yourself is, what is the catch here, Bobby? Is Bobby not being completely honest with us here? It's true. Bobby is hiding something from us. Something more common than most of you might think when it comes to 46-year-old men in Bobby's particular situation. Bobby likes the women far beyond his own league.
When I'm at home, got some of my collection. I tend to be a little bit shy, so I don't meet a lot of folks for relationship purposes. And to be honest, I'm a little bit heavier. That is something that is a real negative in the United States.
Antisocial, are you, Bobby? Gamer god, are you, Bobby? A little bit heavy, are you, Bobby? Basically, what Bobby is here saying is that since he's a little overweight equals no hot gamer girls in his bedroom, which is expected, to be fair. But with the amount of cold hard cash my man Bobby is about to spend on his pursuit for Russian love, he might as well just consider buying Belle Delphine's premium Patreon.
Alright guys, well, you've now survived 2 socials.
This scene reminds me of something from the Hunger Games, to be honest. We have the entire battle bus here full of eligible American bachelors seeking love in Russia, but 5 of you will be eliminated.
I congratulate all of you for going to the 3rd and final social here in Kherson.
You've made it to the final round, but that is not to say that all of you will leave Ukraine with anything but unfulfilled dreams, lost hope, and a lighter wallet.
It's gonna be over before you know it. Nothing really matters. Just go up, talk to whoever you want to talk to, make something happen. I mean, don't sit there and be shy. Just go up and do it because you'll probably never see her again anyway. She lives in the Ukraine.
I love how this is the only guy who is somewhat self-aware to know that this entire situation is ridiculous. I mean, just listen to this guy.
You'll probably never see her again anyway. She lives in the Ukraine.
There's absolutely zero hope for these dudes, and this guy knows it, quite frankly. But Bobby, at the end of the day, has his 2 eyes on one particular gem among the rough.
I'm down to 1. To be honest, this is probably the one that
Take your guess. What do you think she looks like? Quick.
my eye always came back to.
Yeah, you probably guessed it.
Her name is Julia. She works in a travel agency.
If that didn't give it away, hell, I don't know what will.
Incredibly beautiful.
For all of you guys out there guessing, Tyler, is she ugly? Oh, Tyler, is she actually a dude? She's actually, how do I put this? A badass. No, but seriously, listen to this explanation of his girl, Julia.
This is the one from the website where she looks like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. She does.
Yeah. She definitely does. Yeah.
How can you go wrong there?
Oh boy, Bobby, there's so many ways this can go wrong, my friend. I feel bad for Bobby because whoever produced this show knew this was about to go bad real quickly. I mean, just you can tell by the way this whole event is edited. Listen to the sadness of this music.
Just waiting. This last hour and a half of waiting is just driving me up a wall. Something a little special. All the other guys, they go out and buy roses.
Don't tell me he did what I think he did.
I wanted to get something that would last.
I swear to God, Bobby.
Hopefully as long as the relationship.
Oh my
So, one gold rose.
Bobby, you bought the gold rose? Are you kidding me? The irony of the title of this gold rose.
Hopefully it gets through this and everything will be okay.
I tell you guys, this is too good to be true.
I'll be either really happy or really sad.
Okay guys, how about this? Heads, Bobby leaves the situation even more sad than he was. Tails, he leaves the situation even more sad. Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is like prom for old guys. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Now, I never went to prom. I suppose I'll take Bobby's word for it that this is kind of like prom for old guys and at the same time like really young girls, like 2 decades younger preferably. Yeah, this is pretty weird actually.
Which is nice since I never went to proms.
Knuckles, my man Bobby. I'm gonna experience this entire prom night through your lens, or rather, goggles. Now, the sad part about this impending doom is the fact that I know deep down in my heart of realism, that Bobby could definitely land a night with that chick who just complimented his looks. But no, Bobby is going for Angelina Jolie here, which I respect. Practical? Perhaps not, but respectable, yes. But this is also the part where this entire video gets a little weird. There's Bobby, lost in a crowd, lost in a sea of female romantic opportunity.
I'm sort of hoping to have a table off by ourselves the whole night. And we'll have a translator, because she doesn't speak English. I don't do Russian.
Doesn't know English, hot as hell, pay to interact with her. Pardon my math, I've been out of school for almost 3 weeks, but that equals gold digger, no?
When I did my search, I looked for certain specific things.
I hope she has a kind heart, she's open to new experiences.
I like women that have black hair, blue eyes.
Bobby, you dog. What's really interesting about this situation, though, is that there's an entire spectrum or pyramid of self-awareness. At the top of this pyramid, there's the people who run this operation like a business for money. Right below them is the hot Russian baddies who do this for financial favors, like 24-karat gold roses, maybe $1,000 email here and there. Then there are the innocent bystanders watching from the side, just laughing at all these fools. And then there's guys like my friend Bobby, who are getting financially wrecked.
When the guys come over, they have their own set of expectations, which may be on target and may not be on target. And maybe that works and maybe that doesn't.
AKA, this process doesn't work at all. But that's okay because the ratio of hot Russian chicks in the room to desperate men is quite high, in that what Bobby has to his advantage is that he has a metaphorical shotgun locked and loaded in his hands right now. He has the advantage of numbers at play here. So many women who might, in fact, want Bobby for his stable home life, his collection of laser guns, his passion for the latest PlayStation. But the problem is, my man Bobby is still stuck in Wonderland, dreaming, slobbering about his 26-year-old dream girl.
You'll be waiting for her all night. No, she doesn't come. We'll go in and have a few drinks. We're on vacation. We got to see the country.
All these guys are out here about to meet the woman of their lives, while my man Bobby out here is just doing his own thing, quite frankly, not being too realistic whatsoever.
So I made sure I was staying off by myself because I didn't want to have to fend off other women trying to keep them away while I'm trying to wait for her.
Bobby, I love you, my man. I just don't see any women flocking to you whatsoever. You don't have to worry about that, my guy. Let's get a little bit more realistic here, okay? But no amount of rational thought can do Bobby good in this situation, no. Bobby's pissed.
So how are you feeling?
It's like anybody would feel. Definitely not good.
So I had a conversation with John this morning. I said, you know, the lady I'm talking to online works full-time in a tourist agency Monday through Friday.
Where are you going with this one, Bobby?
I said, you know, I've been running this lady, you know, we're almost daily for months now. Emails are $10 a pop, going and coming.
What? Bobby, you spent $10,000 on emailing this Russian chick.
So I'm probably out 10 grand. My biggest fear is that it was a scam.
I'm no Detective Sherlock here, Bobby, but the girls were there. I saw no supermodel Angelina Jolie's anywhere, sure. But you had your chance with some women, no?
That she's writing to 50 or 60 guys, and she's getting a cut of the fees for the emails going back and forth. I said, I didn't come here to meet other women. It's not what I was here for.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like Bobby could have pulled something off a little more grandiose. With his $10,000 that he spent on this Russian chick, there's that website. What is it called? Seeking Arrangements. And on this website, basically, sugar daddies, gold diggers alike have their run at fun. Basically, sugar daddies pay stupid sums of money for hot young girls to send them feet pics, to rub their back, etc. Weird stuff like that. And in exchange, aforementioned hot chicks get a new Louis Vuitton bag, maybe a new Rolls Royce if they're lucky. And this is where those feet picture selling entrepreneurs come to shine, and that they learn that they can sell their feet pictures for large quantities of money.
They finally got a hold of Julia, and she is supposed to be coming here in about half an hour.
So this has probably become a $20,000 date at this point. When we count the cost of the emails, the entire trip to Ukraine, and the 24 karat gold rose, we're somewhere close to $20,000.
I have to go in there, approaching it like she's honest and all that, and hoping that I'm not being screwed.
I respect my man's optimism here, but it's not looking too good. And then this Russian baddie strolls in, and my man Bobby begins to posture in for the kill.
That's the only reason I came, was to see if she wanted to move maybe further in a relationship.
It's so messed up, honestly. You can tell she's just containing her laughter right now.
This is actually pictures from the last shuttle launch.
Wow. Wow.
Something that's special, beautiful, and unique shouldn't be alone. They should come in pairs. And I was hoping I may not be, beautiful and that unique. I'm hoping that maybe we could be a pair.
This is probably one of the weirdest compliments I've ever heard personally. People who are beautiful and unique should be in pairs, but he then admits to not being beautiful nor unique. Bobby, don't sell yourself short. You're worth something.
You are very inspiring.
So did my man Bobby get engaged or what?
I think it went really well. I think I'm engaged now, so I would have to say it's going really well.
Did you get her email address?
No, gotta still go through the service because I need to have the translations. I can ask her through that if she wants to give me her email address. Didn't even think to ask.
You know your relationship's a bit questionable when you don't know whether or not you just got engaged. And then I saw this.
A little preoccupied.
You're engaged.
I'm engaged.
I guess he actually is engaged.
How are you feeling on your way home?
Mixed feelings. I mean, sort of good that, I met her. She was a very attractive lady, but still had that nagging feeling that something was wrong. I left thinking that we were gonna get married. When I got back, we were corresponding very, very frequently.
I hate to point this out, but high correspondence between the two of them means $10 emails, and that means frequent $10 emails, and that means thousands more spent on Russian gold digger. It's a shame.
Every time I would ask her something personal, she just never answered the question. So it really started bothering me. Eventually, I just gave up. I said, listen, you either got to answer the questions or that's it, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you anymore. So she sent me one final letter saying that she was hurt. I wasn't the person she thought I was. I was like, well, okay.
So my man Bobby gave his perfect Russian wife a little nudge on the shoulder here. A little ultimatum. And she responded with throwing out the classic peace sign and saying, deuces, Bobby. I got other geezers to mess with. Adios.
So why did you propose to her knowing that something was wrong?
What was I going to lose? At that point.
Keywords, at that point.
I think that he was misled or scammed.
I don't think so, but I'm not 100. I'm just not 100% sure yet. So we removed the woman from the site.
You know, if she wasn't legit, he still hasn't made anything right by me. You know, I spent thousands of dollars, you know, just for the trip, thousands of dollars out of pocket for this.
And there you have it, folks. This is how the cookie crumbles for most typical men while looking to find a nice Russian wife for themselves. But at the end of the day, Bobby still has his PlayStation, his dignity, his money. Maybe not his dignity or his money, but he still has his PlayStation.
After all this, I got depressed for a while.
All in all, it's a happy ending for the most part. And eventually, Bobby hops back on the pony, if you will, for round 2 on the online dating scene. This one goes by the name of Vichech. Yeah, so what? She's probably hotter than the last chick.
Do you ever just feel like you're just writing a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. This has got to be perhaps the most depressing ending of any show I've ever seen. Yeah, so what though? But after I learned from Bobby's mistakes, I decided to throw my own hat into the ring, if you will, and I immediately searched on Google how to buy a Russian wife online. So I opened an account on this website called RussianCupids.com, and I knew it was legit 100% because it said so, and it was owned by a conglomerate by the name of Cupid Media, and I knew that it was a pretty well-known dating media conglomerate, so I said, heck, let's jump in feet first, baby. And right as I started chatting it up with the beautiful Russian baddies here and there, yeah, you guessed it, my account got shut down completely. Honestly, this